Mrs. Malloy, if you should ever happen to have a Sunday free in the near future, I'd be more than willing to show you Yonkers from top to bottom.
Well, as a matter of fact, Mr. Hackle, I might be there sooner than you think.
Really?
Well, you see, I have a friend who lives in Yonkers.
Do you?
Perhaps you may even know him.
Perhaps we do.
Although it's always foolish of me to ask in cases like that, isn't it? It's, Mr. Vandergilder.
Horace Vandergelder? Of Vandergelder's Hay and Feed?
Do you know him?
Oh, no.
Mr. Vandergilder is a substantial and well-liked man, they tell me.
Lovely man, just lovely. Has only one fault as far as I know. He's hard as nails. Cornelius, I think.
Now I wonder if your friend might like this one.
Look out! Begging your pardon, Mrs. Malloy.
Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Get out of there, Barnaby. Help us, Mrs. Malloy. We'll explain later.
Come out of there this minute!
Where's this is gonna be Mrs. Malloy?
Well, really, Mr. Hackle, Mr. Tucker, I insist you both come out of there, or I'll be forced to. Mr. Vandergilder!
Mrs. Malloy, I don't suppose you've seen Mrs. Levi, have you? She was supposed to meet me on that bench out there 10 minutes ago. She could just go looking for me when she comes. When I make an appointment, I expect people to be on time. Here, these are for you. Chocolate-covered peanuts. Unshelled, the expensive kind. Did I just see you talking with two men?
Men? Men, Mr. Vandergilder? What would men be doing in a ladies' hat shop? Now, let's go into the workroom. I'm so anxious for you to see it.
I saw it last week.
So you did? Well, Mr. Vandergilder, what's new in the hay and feed business? I understand you have 3 friends, all hard as nails, I mean.
What on earth are you talking about?
Yonkers, I hear it's a beautiful city.
And who's been telling you about Yonkers, may I ask?
Nobody. A friend.
What friend?
Oh, well, you see,
He?
A customer, Mr. Vandergilder. Someone quite well-to-do. As a matter of fact, he was in here buying hats for ladies. Perhaps you may even know him. Although it's always silly of me to ask in cases like that, isn't it? It's, Mr. Cornelius Hackle.
Did you say Hackle?
Why, yes.
He just happens to be my chief clerk, Mrs. Malloy. I demand an explanation for this.
And I'm going to give it to you. Why shouldn't she know Cornelius Hackle? Why, he's in all the operas, at all the fashionable homes. Why, he is at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant 3 times a week.
Impossible! He's only got $146.35, and I keep it in my own safe.
Mr. Vandergilder, you're killing me. He's one of the Hackles. They built the canal.
What canal?
The Erie. Both.
It ain't the same man.
Who took the horses out of Jenny Lynn's carriage and pulled her through the streets? Cornelius Hackle. And who dressed up as a waiter at the Fifth Avenue Hotel and trumped and hoisted down Mrs. Astor's? Well, I can't say it, but it was Cornelius Hackle. He's the playboy of New York. Now, Irene, don't deny it. I can see you were taken with him just like everybody else.
What are you talking about? I've only seen him once in my life.
Oh,
really, Dolly.
Irene.
No, don't go in the closet. Hey, Minnie, hold your tongue. You didn't see him.
There's a man in there!
Now look here, if there is a man in that closet.
No, Mr. Vandergilder, you can't. It's too dangerous.
No man that hides in ladies' closets can frighten me. Stand aside, Mrs. Levi.
No man indeed. I'm sure you'd make short work of any man. Those muscles. I can see them now rippling under your coat. Ripple, 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 back and forth. Ripple, ripple, ripple.
For the last time, Mrs. Levi, will you stand aside?
Stand indeed, Mr. Vandergilder. That's exactly what the courts will want to know when you're accused of entering that closet without a search warrant. I mean, what do you stand for if you don't stand for the law of this great land? I know what I stand for. I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for orphans. Take off your hat, Sir. Betsy Ross's flag is passing. Do you see him on the hill at Gettysburg? Need that great triumphal arch. If you see him as he's trampling through the grapes of wrath, stand up and march, march.
this not affected you, sir? I came here at 14 years of age as an immigrant girl from a land that oppressed my people. And I must echo here what was said by the great and patriotic American.
Oh, that's right. Great man. What was his name? Oh, Moses.
I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for orphans. Take off your hat, sir. There's a tear-stained eagle passing. Do you see him on the bridge at Waterloo? Meet that great triumphal arch. If you hear him singing Dixie in the sugar cane, stand up and march, march, march. I stand for
Alamo, remember
and a
the
hot lunch for orphans.
I regret that I would like to for my country.
In
the words
see
of
him
Lincoln,
on
one
the
in
hill
my
at
land,
Gettysburg.
by
Meet
siesta,
that great
chop the cherry tree
triumphal
down.
arch.
Oh, Stonewall Jackson,
If you hear him trampling through the grapes of wrath, stand up and march, march. 47 years ago, march, march. To form a more perfect